So release forward and down, lean forward, that's it. That's okay. So you got a little soft back, there it's smooth, so don't let him speed. So don't let him speed up, see, he's going for it. Yeah, so start again. You had it though. That was beautiful, but he gets it and then he speeds up. So your job is to get it, slow down. So half halt, and remember, leg at the same time. That's good. Not so much, he was fine. Yep, you're good. You're good, forward and down. Now easy, half halt, let him go. Because you're right at the pole. Sorry, I couldn't tell it because I was videotaping at the pole. So, yeah, so start again. So remember, this is the bad part by everybody. Yeah. So get them going, then release forward and down. Now a half halt, then leave them alone. Little leg, it's okay. You're good. He's gating, you're good. Yes, don't lose it. Now get his attention. So see, he lost his attention, his head came up, got a little tense. Good. So if he stays like this, you can slowly make your circle bigger and bigger. If it starts falling apart, make it smaller again. You got it. But see, you're doing good. But again, anytime you feel a soft bounce in the saddle, half halt, but push with your leg at the exact moment you squeeze and relax on the rein, and then release forward and down. Yes, it's super fun. That's it. Great job. Now, it might be hard for you guys to see his legs because, again, they're fast. So they look like they're coming off the ground together, but they're not. Because again, it comes off like a second separated. So that's why you think if it's a Rocky or somebody's doing a saddle gait, good job. If you think they're pacing, just add your leg, go ahead and back up. But if you think they're pacing, watch the person. If the person's not bouncing and they're totally smooth, it is not a pace. But their legs are very quick, quicker than our eye. All right, so try it again when you're ready. And don't forget your outside rein, and then release forward and down. His ears are almost gonna flop, which is a great sign. Yep, that's good, that's smooth. Yep, you just lost your speed, that's all. So get your speed back. He's being very good. There, you're good. Yep, that was a good release. Yep, good, so a little bend, that's it. Remember, that's the bad, you're good. That was the bad part of the arena, so that's okay. Now be careful, it's fun, but he's speeding up. So just a tiny little half halt. Yep, because the only way they can get stronger and better is to practice the slower speed, and then over time you add in more and more speed. That's good.
This is the best we've ever done.
Well, of course, because I'm here. That's good. Do you want to try going the other direction? Now you don't have to do a turn. I would keep walking because that way you'll keep more of the rhythm and just look up and then go right back to it this direction. And this direction, I don't think I had to put the stick in the right hand, but if he's drifting that way, you just swap it over. But you're doing really well. So once you're ready, just go back to it. But again, since we changed the direction, if it goes a little south in the beginning, that's okay. Because different direction, it's different for us as well. There you go. That's okay. Remember, forward and down. Don't lean forward a little more. You're getting back in your saddle. Yep. And that'll make him more pacey. So you're good, except he's picking up speed. Now a little leg, because now that wasn't bad. I would have kept going. That's okay. And again, that's the bad part of the arena, so don't worry about it so much. There, you're good, but he's speeding up. So half halt, lean forward, not backwards. Yep, I know it feels weird. So again, if he gets pacey over here, don't stop unless I tell you. You just half halt. Keep staying forward. That's beautiful. So good. Yes, but now you're falling back in your saddle. You're going more in a chair seat. Yeah, that's okay. So again, it's hard to do it all at the same time. There it's a little bouncy, not bad, but a little step pacey. So I would just have half halted and bent him and tried to get him out of it. That's good with his head. That was a good frame, but there it came up again. Better lean forward, not backwards. I know it's hard. Think of being in your thigh, but half halt. Just go forward, not backwards. Yep. Keep leaning forward. It's okay. Keep going. Just bend him and keep going. Pretend it didn't happen. A little bit more bend, then forward and down. Stay forward. Yep. And again, it's not forever. It's just until he gaits well, and then in time you'll be able to sit back up. A little bit more bend because it got a little bouncy. Little bouncy. Support with your outside rein. So when that happens, don't forget your outside rein or your right hand. Get his bend because he's not paying attention. He's looking at the horse behind the trailer. That's good there. That's okay. It's all right. Breathe. Easy. Don't go faster. Stay a little forward and a little more inside bend. Good. Now stop. Get his head down and then let him be on a loose rein. So I'd quit there because you were both starting to get tired and you want to quit before it goes south. Yep. Push with your leg. Don't let her slow down by that horse. Lower your hands a little faster. More. Keep going. Cluck a little bit to her. Yep. And if you squeeze in with your calves and you're like, that's not working, then turn your toe out and kind of dig your heel into her side to make it a little bit more uncomfortable. Yep. That works. So now we know it works. So now when you do it, you'll just do it a little less so we don't go past the gate. Yep. Good. You're doing very good steering. Good job. So as they flat walk, you'll kind of feel yourself moving back and forth in the saddle. That's how you know they're flat walking. And then you'll see their mane shaking. It'll kind of go back and forth. And that's how you know it's going fast enough to be a flat walk. That's good. So if you could keep that speed all the way. Speed all the way around, that would be great, but the hardest part is keeping the same speed. Her frame, all of that is great. She's a very nice horse. Don't let her look at the other horses. There you go. Good. Now leg. More, because she slowed down too much. She lost her flat walk. Push your hands forward because she was playing with the bit. That's it. And then get her back up to speed again. More. Keep steering. She's playing games with you. A little bit more, that's it. So see, she's kind of getting bored with this circle, and now she's starting to wander. Like, I wonder if I can wander over here. So your job is to tell her, no, I don't care how bored you are, you're doing this the whole time. Remember, it's only 1 hour of their life. Lean back, that's it, and then release. Good, and then I would shorten up just a little bit again. So go back up more towards the green. It doesn't have to be in the green, just shorter. That's good, yep, and then leg and go forward. So same thing, if you hear a motorcycle or anything else, the first thing you want to do is breathe and then think, what do I need to do? Are my reins short enough? Am I sitting back in case they backfire or something like that? Yeah, and remember, hand towards your hip, try not to neck rein. It's hard, but once you get it and you get it well, then you can go back and forth, you know, but you want to be able to do it with 2 hands before you do it with 1. It's much easier. Okay, a little bit faster walk for her flat walk. That right there, yep. It's hard. It's like driving your car 5 miles per hour. It's a very hard thing to do. Get her attention back. See, she looked out. She's talking to somebody, and then you just let her. That's her looking out of the classroom. So when she does that, pull on that left rein, your inside rein, get her attention back. Yeah, and make sure she's looking in the direction that you're traveling, not outside it. So her head can either be straight or a little to the left, but it shouldn't go to the right. Yeah. Now she might start talking to him, so be ready to kind of pull on that left rein or squeeze and relax on that left rein and then leg. Don't let her look. She's looking. She's looking. Pull harder. More leg. Get her attention. Look where you want to go.
So the leg, one leg.
Sometimes we're pulling on the rein, so when you're stuck, you want to push your arms forward and then squeeze with your legs. So that's opening the front door, so she goes forward again. Yep. If she was going too fast, we'd pull on both reins, which would stop her, and that would block the front door and might make her go backwards if we needed. So when you get over here, you want to pull a little on that left rein towards your left hip and then squeeze with both legs so she keeps walking. And don't feel bad, because she has the rest of this time to stare at all those horses. You're only asking for 1 hour of her paying attention, and that's nothing compared to the rest of our jobs. Because people feel bad, and they go, I want to let them look. And I go, well, you know, they might just decide to jump over that fence if you do, and that won't be fun. That's a good flat walk, yep. Now the reins have gotten just a little bit longer. There you go. So those colored reins help, or you can put tape. You can use duct tape and use whatever reins you want. You're just trying to make markers so you can see when they get longer. Yep. Now she's opening her mouth, so push your arms a little forward. There you go. And she immediately shut her mouth. Yep. And then keep that same speed. Just a little faster, just so you get some shake in that mane and you feel yourself moving back and forth. Now she changed gait, so that was too much leg because it feels different, and that was a step pace. So her legs were moving kind of together, and then you got that soft bounce. Yep. But again, we don't care so much. I'm just explaining it to you so you know what it is. But we got to get the flat walk good before you can do the other gait. Yep. So push your hands forward. Yep. And then your leg at the same time. Little faster. Little bit more. So too much. That's okay. Yep. And then push your hands forward. Now you got her back, and then she was opening her mouth again. You might not be able to see that from up there that she's opening her mouth, but there will be a sensation in your reins when she's doing it. It just takes time. She's opening her mouth now it closed. So when you can start to feel it, then you know you can push your arms forward. Like now she's opening her mouth. So push your arms forward and down and keep your leg on her. Yep. Good. Now a little faster. You did everything right. She just slowed down. That's all. She took advantage. She's like, well, she's not pushing me. I'll just walk. To make them listen, because again, if you're not, she goes, well, you're not a good leader. You couldn't even make me get away from that pole. So why would I listen to you when I'm scared? So you're trying to prove to her constantly, I am a good leader. I know more than you. And now I can steer with 2 hands. So you're in big trouble, girlie. That's it. Now go a little bit faster. Right there, yep. So it's okay. What happens is you squeeze and it's just a little too much. So you have to think, how much did I squeeze, or did I use my heels, and use half of that to get it? Because what she does is she goes past it, yep. So ask her again, just a little faster, not much. Right there is good, yep. So whatever you did worked, and if you did nothing, that worked too. Yep, now keep her attention on you. Don't let her look out. Very good. Keep going. Good job. More, because nothing happened. Right there. That's it. Good. Now think about your steering here. So bend your left elbow. Don't let him drift. If he starts drifting that way, wave that stick. Good. Very good. Yep, you're doing great. It's okay. It'll come back. So now he's kind of swinging his legs together. Now they're separated again. So forward and down. Good. And really kind of lean forward so he knows that's the right answer, but keep your leg on him and don't let him slow down. Because he gets it and then he slows down. And then he gets it and then he slows down. Right there is really good. That's beautiful. So, so keep going. Yep. Remember, bend that left elbow, use that stick. Lift your right hand up a little bit. Slow him down a tiny bit because now he's step pacing. Yep, get your hands level. So when you go around that turn, your right hand drops down some, so you're just trying to keep it level over there. The rest of the time you're good. So forward and down and a little bit more speed. Oops, too much. Right there. Good. Now stop and then get his head down at the stop. Lift. Good. Now let him have a break for an hour faster than you're going, and then we'll see what she does. Yeah, remember forward and down. So you're just kind of releasing your hands towards her bit. There you go. Good.
Sure.
You're getting there. So you want to keep pushing her until you feel that you're moving back and forth in the saddle and you see her mane shaking back and forth. Kind of like Farrah Fawcett. Yep, and every time that head comes up, you catch it and ask her to lower it. Every time she lowers it, you kind of stretch down with her so she knows she can relax and drop her head more. Good, you're doing good. She's figuring it out. She's just not sure what we're asking yet. But for now, this is her flat walk. Now she warms up and she gets more comfortable. It could be faster tomorrow or even faster today. But for now, this is a good start. That's really good. There. Good. So now as she's walking, if you see like she tucks way under, brings her head to her chest, which she does some of the times, release, because you don't want her over tucked.
Okay.
Would rather have her head like there with her nose out a little bit. So again, we want that neck just a little bit, like there's better, but not when she just went down to her, her knee. So right there is pretty good. It's just keeping it there. So again, every time she over tucks, push your hands forward, and a lot of times they'll stop doing it because they're trying to get away from the bit or the pressure. And once they realize that you're letting go of the pressure, they go, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. That was good. So as we get a little bit more comfortable, add just a little bit more speed and we might get some more head shake out of her. And now she's stepping like 6 inches to a foot ahead. So you're pretty good. Yeah. Good. Now when you're ready, again, you can try and go faster, but before you go, I'd make your reins a little bit shorter. So if you need to help them, you'll be right there for them. And then as you start going forward, think of kind of just tucking your seat underneath you some. And then if it gets bouncy, you can try to keep the speed, but half halt on the rein.
Like that?
Yeah. And so I just, I push with my leg and then I squeeze and relax. And I'm trying to get it right, right where it's smooth, but moving out. But the foxtrot is not a super speedy gait. It's usually only 5 to 7 miles per hour, but each horse, it's a little different. So again, it'll look much Again, it'll look much faster in the show ring than we're doing out on the trail. Yeah.
A little more like that.
Yes.
That's better.
That's pretty good because there he's engaging himself more. So you'll see a little bit more head shaking, a little bit more of the ear flopping. And then the next time you come around, if you want to see if you can get a little bit more speed, you can. You just want to make sure the reins are short enough so you're ready, because you might have to bring his head up a little bit if it starts getting too bouncy.
Okay, so the head up. What's the purpose of the head up?
It's horrible, but it works. So when we're doing naturally, when you bring the head up, it's kind of like when a horse spooks and something's behind them. They throw their head up and they tense up their neck and their back, their spine. When they do that, that tension causes the horse to go more towards a pace. So when you have a trotty horse and you're trying to go faster, if you try to put it more towards the pace as you're speeding up, it will keep them out of the trot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't, you know, some you got to have sky high, but each horse is different. So you're just trying to think, how high do I have to bring his head and how high do I have to lean back to keep this a smooth gait?
So more like that.
Yes, you're doing good.
Okay.
Yep. So it still looks smooth. There it's a little bit more bouncy, but I'm being really picky because he's a smooth horse. For some that, you know, that would be great for them. But that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Because again, that speed's faster than a lot of them, except for the show ones. Yep. But so that's why that the chair seat and raising their head up, it all causes tension around their neck and the back. And that, again, takes us towards the other end of the gaited spectrum. So away from the trot, more towards the pace, but then usually gets us the gait we want.
Okay. Can I give him a break?
Yes.
Because he's
Yep.
doing-
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So it's smooth. You're not moving much at all. And again, as you start to go faster, you can try to see if he'll engage his back end a little bit more, because then he'll kind of snap his knees up a little bit higher. And then again, if it starts getting bouncy, you can either go to the head, yeah, or you can use your body, or you can do both, yeah. And then once you get it where it's smooth, then you can always try to, like, if you're trying to get a better frame, then you frame them up more. But each horse will tell you, like, this is the most I can frame up, or I'm gonna hard trot. But the more you condition them, like if you're doing it 5 days a week, usually every 6 to 8 weeks, you'll get more speed. And then at some point, that's all they got. And then you're like, well, that's it. That's as fast as he can go. But that was good. You got his ears flopping, his head shaking, his teeth are starting to go a little bit. Yep. And you're staying. And you're staying very smooth in the saddle. You know, you're not bouncing all over the place. It's just a little up and down. So now it's faster and it looks a little bouncier. So try to post and see if you can post. Oh, you so, because again, that's a way for you to tell, you know, if I can post pretty easy.
Post that.
Yeah, so if you can post pretty easy, and it's okay if you're not on the right diagonal or whatever, then you know, hey, you know what, even though it's smooth, I'm probably trotting and I should slow it down just a little.
Okay.
You know,
The more right in there.
yes,
Okay.
that's good. So that to me is a very pretty picture.
And now I can see his ears are a lot more active.
Yes.
At that speed.
And that's a very good sign. The more they're relaxed, the more those ears will flop. So when you got one that will do it, because not all of them do, but then it's kind of like them telling you, good job. You know, you're doing a really good job because my ears are flopping up here.
So it's comfortable for him. He's not doing it.
That's okay, just too late. Just try it again. I'd still shorten up more on the reins. It's gonna feel like you're kind of hanging on them, but it'll help you in the end.
Clear up there?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then easy. So that's okay, wrong lead. So just go to the next pole over there. Take a little bit more prep time, and you might wanna come in just a little sideways, if that makes sense. Because it might help him to get the correct lead. Oh, you kind of leaned and rushed it on him. So think, like say we're gonna do this pole, be ready by the time you're passing me, and then start to ask, so he has plenty of time. That was a good one. So now I'd stop, well, and then, you know, reward him, give him a little scratch so he knows that was right. 10 feet ahead of time, so you got plenty of time for him to think. That wasn't bad. Yep. I still think he just wasn't totally aware that he was supposed to go, and then he went. Okay. So just try it again with this one, and you can kind of use the mounting block as a marker. Okay. That everything's ready, and so you're not gunning, and that's why I use the words so they start learning it. That was a good one, yeah. And when I tell them to canter, I also don't get right in front of the jump and say canter. I say the canter from like 3 feet back. Because then when the horse starts to think and they go, oh, she wants that canter thing, I got to get ready now. So they have plenty of time to try. You're doing good. Just keep looking ahead. Keep sitting up nice and tall like somebody's pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Good. Yep. Really good job. So it's getting better. It just takes time for us to get all the pieces in together. So now what we're gonna try to do is walk even just a little faster than you're walking. Okay. And again, if he doesn't respond, go to your stick, but after you hit him, give him a chance to respond, like 3 seconds. If nothing happens in 3 seconds, ask him again. Okay. He's talking. So you went past it. So now you're going, yep. So you went too fast. So again, think of a speed walk. So faster than that. Almost, right there, right there. Yep. So you might have to half halt to bring him back. So squeeze and relax on the rein, then look where you want to go. Then a little faster than you're going, just a tiny bit.
A little fast?
Yeah, just a little faster than you're going for his flat walk. And then get his attention back in. Easy, he kind of going past it. Good.